Andrew would like to know, which athletes have you heckled at hockey games you've been to?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
There was a guy last year at Jays game. I don't remember who the team was or what the guy's full name was, but his first name was Jeff. It was the Blue Jays 18 inning game that they ended up winning.
Oh, you were at that?
Yeah. And every time he came to bat, for no good reason, you would just hear me. And like I started to get like the section to my left and right like laughing every time he came up to bat. Jeff! Jeff! You never don't heckle the last name. My favorite heckle that I've ever heard, another baseball game. This guy Enzo, I think he used to work at the Fan when I was an intern there. And he did this to the Blue Jays third base coach, whose last name is Butterfield. Butterfield! Butterfield! The whole game. And then finally, like 7th inning, Butterfield, what? And my buddy yells back, can I add you to Facebook?
That's wicked.
So no real good ones at
I've got
hockey
one.
games.
I've got one.
Okay.
No, because we don't go to a lot of hockey games in Toronto.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's kind of hard to heckle that. But baseball fans, you can heckle at baseball games, and it's amazing. The best baseball heckle I ever saw was, I think it was somebody on the Baltimore Orioles was out in the outfield, and we'll just say his name was Eric. I don't know if it was. But the guy's like, Eric! Just a whole game. And then the ball comes over and bounces, and he yells Eric, and the guy misses. Now, I'm not sure that this Eric, the outfielder, missed because his name was yelled, but whatever. And it was a ground rule double, so the ball bounced off the pitch and then goes over. So it's like, that's right, Eric, that's right, because the only balls you're gonna catch are from your knees. And I was sitting in the stands with Alanis. I kid you not.
Oh, with Alanis.
And I turned to her and said, "What did you think of that?" And she said, "Colorful." Now, there was a time where my mom was dating somebody who's Italian, and he didn't
yes!
He did not have a great
love
command of the language. So we go to a game, and it was New Jersey and Toronto, and this is back when I think Igor Korolev scored the winning goal in this game. Like it was that.
Oh.
It was it was mid Curtis Joseph years.
There you go.
And so he always hated hockey and was very vocal about how he thought it was brutish and loved soccer and what an elegant game it was. And
Italians aren't fighters; they're lovers.
That's right. Yeah.
They love their pasta and their mothers and yes, also acting.
So he didn't like fights. So naturally, of course, there is 3 fights. We're sitting right behind the penalty box. 3 fights. And it's Ty Domi and Christophe Oliwa. And then it's Darcy Tucker and somebody else. And then Ty Domi and Christophe Oliwa again. But the game starts, and we sit down. Sorry, it's the beginning of the second period. We sit down. And he's into it. He's starting to get into it.
He just wants to be one of the guys right out of
he does. He wants to be one of the bros. He wants to smack you on the back and go, beer. But he's very Italian.
I've obviously heard this story before.
And he goes, okay, guys, let's break some wind. Break some wind.
Let's break some wind.
Everybody in the stands kind of looks up at him like, okay.
You're new here.
Yeah, we'll give him a pass on that one. So later in the game...
Oh, it continues?
Yes.
Oh, it gets... Yeah.
Later in the game...
I'm not sure which one's my favorite.
Matt Sundin, I believe, got stripped. And that didn't happen often. And then went after and got the puck back. But in that time, he yells, Mats! Stop being so casual!
I don't know what's better. Mats, Stop being so casual. It's just I would never hear that at a hockey game.
No, and that was what was so beautiful because it was a chirp, but it was probably the most creatively unintentional chirp in the history of sports.
But the childlike innocence.
Yes, yeah.
Guys, let's break some wind.
Yeah.
I think the official name of this episode has to be "Let's Break Some Wind."
I like it.
And one more. We went to high school with a guy who was a ref, Sean.
Yes. Wanted to be an NHL ref. Worked very hard at that.
And he was reffing a game, and at the end of it, this old lady goes, "Ref!" He's like, he usually just ignores people yelling at him, but it's a nice old lady. "Yes, ma'am." "Are you pregnant?" "What? Are you pregnant?" No. "You just missed 3 periods. You sure you're not pregnant?"
Oh, wow.
That's a pretty common one, but
I've never heard
from
that.
a little old lady, and he just went and skated off the ice.
Wow.
What are you gonna say? "Shut up, you old bag." No, you just got told by a senior citizen.
Holy smoke.
I still like adding Brian or whatever his first name's Butterfield to Facebook.
Butterfield.
Butterfield.
I added you to Facebook. That's great.
That is great.